This video is going to go over all the quests that you need to do in Disc 1, we'll say, and when to do them. I recorded a bunch of them in a row and only realized after that there was some sort of crackling going on in some of the audio. So the only way to make it work is to lower a bunch of the higher hertz of the audio file, so it's going to sound pretty terrible for a bit. But it goes in and out and it's not consistent, so at certain points it's going to sound like this, and sometimes it'll come back, it'll be fine. But the first quest you're going to want to do is Bravery and Loyalty. You'll get it from Emma, and you have to do it before the Newmore Mines. Or no, I apologize. Not before the Newmore Mines, before the Nest of Eagles. So I'll generally do this quest as soon as I get to Elysion in the stories. So once you hit Elysion, just head back to Athlum, go into the pub, and start up the quest there. All of these quests I did on a low BR run, and so you'll see that my battle rank is low, and that's something that if you don't understand what battle rank is, there's a video coming up. It's really dense. You'll probably just sleep to it. It's not one of the more fun things to talk about, but I wanted to make these quests to kind of show how to dodge enemies, routes that work, strategies you can use to get to the bosses. I used all of my time shift skipping those basilisks in the previous area, so I'm taking it slow here to let it recharge in case I need it in a oh crap moment. So it's getting up there. I now proceed through the door. I didn't really do any runs. This is kind of like my first try, so it's not, I don't really know what's around the next door or anything. It's not something I memorized. But I'm swiveling, I'm keeping an eye out for any enemies, and I have to go and pick up this treasure because, I have to. Those saw me. I wasn't sure if they were going to roll on me, so I went ahead and used my time shift here. Probably didn't have to, but in the moment, it felt right. And now they're going to chase me forever because they were in my time shift. So I have to keep going. I won't be able to stop. And we're almost there. We just got to get through this kind of final room. Whenever I'm at the end of an area or about to leave to the world map, I like to use all of my digs, max them out. There's no other reason at that spot other than to level up Mr. Diggs. I'm setting up some formations and I'm taking Emma out of the party. That's a strategy you can use in things like this, where if you remove someone from the party that's part of the quest kind of thing, they'll still join and they'll have increased stats. You can hear the crackle coming through there real hard. So the things I'm looking for here are combat arts, and with the Spirit Lord Big Birds on the side, they're going to cast Curse on the first round, so I don't want to send a ton of enemies to hit them in the first round. I just want to send like one. I'm getting lucky on the criticals here because I accidentally left it on auto. So as Emma goes in here, she's completely fine. She's going to get cursed or resist it. Yeah, she got cursed. didn't really want to send a bunch of people onto a multi-deadlock, but you kind of have to unless you want to get a bunch of curses. So I'm hoping they all resist it, but it's always a low chance. Yeah, if one person gets cursed, they all get cursed. So now I want to keep my HP up on enemies that are going to tank for a while. I don't really care about dealing damage so much. If they have high HP, I'll go ahead and do some attacks. And with these guys, they're going to attack and heal at the same time, so they'll heal both themselves and the other unit that's locked into this giant group here. Alright, we're getting lucky with the curses. Everyone's surviving their checks. Now they're going to attack and heal both units, as you can see here. Pogus heals Rush's group and keeps themselves healed up so that for the next... except for he's doing hammer spin here. So for the next round, we had a chance of having high HP and being able to kind of go all out. But, yeah. So I'll probably keep HP up on David next round. And Emma is just going to continue to tank. Actually, she's doing a lot of damage to that thing, too. So the only chance he has is to go out of deadlock to heal whenever I kind of wanted him to stay locked in to be able to heal both groups. So I'm kind of going around looking what everyone has as options and kind of going back and making choices on that. So if I want to heal her, she has to break deadlock, and I don't really want to do that. So I'm going to risk her dying by making her attack just because I don't want her to break deadlock. Yeah, there you go. Torgal just lost his check on the curse, and he's out. So with Botch, I now can't control them. I just gotta hope... Okay, yeah, she survived. Good. So now they're just gonna heal up. And next round we'll see what's going on here. Yeah, they went ahead and... Let's see if they survive. Probably not. Okay, so Dave was the only one that got hit, so we are good. Okay, so yeah, I definitely got lucky that round with Dave's group. So now here, I would like them to go attack. And for them, they definitely need to heal. Emma is totally good to go. She can just keep attacking. I guess with the group that has the botch, they need to just tank. I don't know. I can't control them. Oof. Well, I mean, yeah, so we've got that out, so now the battle's looking a lot better. Yeah, I definitely need to get their HP up. Oh, this is... Well, actually, it might not be the worst thing since they're botched. Maybe it'll take him out. Yeah, I'm just glad it didn't hit anyone else. No one was near enough to get hit as well. Being low battle rank and not doing any grinding whatsoever, and as you can see, the audio got better, so it's now back in. I don't know what causes it, it just happens randomly. Alright, okay, cool, so he survived there. But I don't think I have anyone that can bring anyone back to life yet. So I think I just start going all in here. I'm just like, oh dang. I need Emma to survive and tank this thing so no one else gets hit. And I need no one else to get hit here, but Dave's probably going to get a hit. Yeah, so Dave goes down. Now I just have Rush and Emma. Well, Rush's group and Emma. It's not feeling super good. Oh, well, okay. Great. Okay, so we got a lucky dodge there. I'm gonna keep. Ooh, see, I don't want to keep his HP up because I feel like it's close enough to survive. I need to do damage, so I'm risking a lot here. As long as I survive, I can. Okay, or just take him out. Okay, we got lucky there. So now the fight's over, and that is Bravery and Loyalty. I want to show these battles, and I don't show every single battle, but I kind of show some notable ones so I can talk through them, kind of give a little insight on strategies if you don't really understand much of the battlefield system. And also, this is low battle rank. So without doing any grinding, having really crappy weapons, low defenses, it'll show techniques or strategies that you can use to kind of get through things. So there we got the Mono Salia, which is going to be used for the last quest that we're going to do of Disc 1. The rest of the quests that we're going to cover need to be done before you complete the Aqueducts. The next quests that we're going to do are all the witch quests. You'll see here we went to Athlum, and we're talking to Krinia. She's a mage-like girl, and she's going to sell you things throughout the game, and they're each their individual quests. So we just bought some stuff from her. That's the Athlum Witch. After the Athlum Witch, you'll go to Celapaleis, and you'll find her in this area here. She'll sell you some junk. Alright. After Celapaleis, she's going to show up in Elysion, and she'll be up here in the Elysion Handler area. And the last place that she'll show up in Disc 1 is the Nagapur area. So as soon as you get to Nagapur, you definitely want to go talk to her real quick and get that out of the way. The next set of quests we're going to be doing are in Melfina. We're going to be doing Roberto's quests here. First thing you have to do is go to the pub, talk to a messenger, and they'll say, hey, Roberto wants to talk to you. Then you'll come up here and talk to Roberto. So we start the Broken Seal in Crookvan, one of my favorite areas. And Roberto joins as a guest union, so that'll be helpful in these battles. He's pretty powerful compared to us right now, actually. He's super helpful. Nothing here even has a chance of catching us. I'm not even remotely scared about getting into a fight. If I see a little shiny on the ground, I go pick it up because I don't have memorized what everything is, so it could be a morsel for Mr. Diggs or something useless like an antique pot. So we come talk to this glowing totem and start the fight. After that one, we're going to be running around to find the next glowing totem. I didn't show that fight. It's not a big deal. Like it's not really a tough fight. So if there's nothing of note, then I'm just probably going to skip it. And as you can tell, the crackling came in here, so the volume is down quite a bit. And all the hertz above like 800 have to be dampened considerably, basically to 0. I do safety saves here. Anything could go wrong, you never know. And the final fight is just around the corner here. And it looks like nothing's in the way, so we're good to go. We'll do another safety save. I'm gonna look at my unions real quick, make sure we're good. I noticed that Emmy was using power grip and one-handed. I don't really want her to do that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, because one-handed I actually probably should have her do some of those, but I went ahead and turned them off because I don't want low power attacks happening. So, during that battle, the sound came back, so there it is.
I'm good. Excellent. I feel stronger than before.
I hope I've grown stronger than before.
I must surpass my mother.
And that is
I
the
hope to
Broken
put
Seal.
this power
Now we just
to
have the
great
Aftermath
use.
videos.
Yes, I have received my heart's desire.
This quest is a little special. After you get back here, Ophelia and Roberto are going to be talking. They're going to be having conversation about what makes a good knight, basically. This happens after each one of the 3 quests, and they're going to ask you your input. If you choose the top one every single time, Roberto would join you. If you choose the bottom one every time, you'll have the chance to recruit Ophelia. In the original Xbox 360 version, you had to side with Ophelia in order to get a special quest called At Hatred's End, which you had to do in order to get the 100%. However, in every other version outside of the Xbox 360 version, you don't have to side with Ophelia. So you get Roberto, you won't get At Hatred's End quest, but you'll still be able to get 100% achievements. So next quests are the second and third quests for Roberto here. So we went to the pub, spoke to the messenger, they sent us here, and now we're going to help Roberto with his disappearing knights. This area can be a little tough with the enemies you have here. There's going to be some feral dragons or something like that. It might be the Astahas that can do attacks on the overworld here that can immobilize you, I think. I think they can do that. I don't know if it's just other ones from other areas or if these can do it as well. These crabs, they can be really sneaky. If you think you're good, sometimes they'll just freaking blitz you and hit you whenever you least expect it. But for the most part, they're no big deal. Now here, there's our cutscene, and look what happens here. So remember, in a low battle rank run, you're trying to get into as few as possible fights. So far, everything's easy to dodge. Unless they literally start on top of you. I thought about resetting here because that's such an easy dodge. But I went ahead and just fought the fight. So now, the rest of this quest is a couple little mini fights, and then we're just kind of running out. None of these fights are difficult, even at low battle rank. And there's Roberto whooping up. Has the guest union there. So he's gonna make a tactical retreat. Strategic withdrawals, he calls it. I see a shiny, so I pick it up.
Come on out! Okay, later.
I don't know what that recipe's for. There, I straight up thought I was gonna get hit. I risked it. That is for a quest later, which is not required for disc 1. Now the rest of this should just be running out of the cave. I take a wrong turn here, but I see the treasure chest, I'm thinking, well, I might as well get it, because I don't really like to go into areas that I don't need to later on, so if I see a treasure, I'll go ahead and pick it up. And then I got a morsel, so that was worth it. Whenever I go into a new area, I also like to keep at least one dig left for Mr. Diggs, just in case I do run into a morsel pickup. And this blue demon here always spawns during this quest, and you can fight him here if you want, but he is guaranteed spawn. I think it's the Void Intruder, that's what he's called. But I don't want to fight him right now. Keep that battle rank low. Yeah, you can see how quick I hit that time shift. I was running up and I was like, dude, if they hit me with that overworld thing that immobilizes me, I'm screwed and I'm gonna have to reload. I just had an autosave though, so it wasn't a big deal. But I was like, man, if they click on me and make the ding sound, I'm clicking that crap so fast. Him, I was able to be behind him, so I wasn't too worried. And these caves are really confusing at first, and so not having it all of it memorized or having the maps available in game. I mean, I didn't have the maps available in game. You can go to the wiki and get maps if you want, but you know, hoping that I remembered enough to leave without doing a crazy amount of backtracking. But here's the end, and that will be the end of the quest there. Now we have our aftermath where Roberto and Ophelia argue a bit. Again, you don't have to side with Ophelia to get that extra quest. You can get Roberto, so just always say the top option, the first option. And again, go back to the pub, talk to the messenger, then you can come back and talk to Roberto. And what we're going to do, it's going to be back in Crookfin again, and we're going to fight all of the, basically, like, each individual boss that we fought before where we talked to the 3 totems. You're going to fight all those in a single battle. But you're going to have Roberto and his homies. Now, I don't feel confident in this battle whatsoever. I hate fighting those big eyes. And so I'm sending every single union I have to the eye, and I'm going to try to take it out as soon as I can. Many times I'll try to just use a strategy of, I don't care if I get flanked or if I get interfered with or anything like that, I'm just going to go take one out, because if I can take out their pool of resources by taking out one at a time, get lucky with that, especially if it's a big enemy, then I'll be good to go. I don't have confidence that a single unit or union can tank it and kill it and survive. But of course, round 1, there's a reinforcement, and so I'm sending every single person I have here And when you look at the battlefield map in the top right there, you'll see that all of our guys are basically super far from everything else, and it looks like Roberto's group is going to be tanking all of this on their own. And so when I see that they have 4,100 health as a union, I'm like, hell yeah, this is gonna be awesome. Because like my most healthy unit, or union, has like what, 1,600 or something like that. So everything is gonna be attacking Roberto, and I was very happy about that. Because it really is gonna take everything I have to take out an eye. I mean, look how terrible. This is a... So every single unit attacked this with good choices, like use combat arts or whatever. Like no one was healing. And every single one of them took like, what, half of its health. And that's exactly why I didn't have any faith that one person could handle it. It does, if it does discharge, then I have to heal. Like I have to break deadlock and then go heal. It would be too risky to use an option like keep your HP up, because they could just get killed before they're able to heal. So here we go. I don't really want to use Talisman's Gift here, because it only protects against physical hits, and that's risky against the eye, so I go ahead and just heal up. And now I'm going to send everyone in to attack but also heal, unless they're healthy. But as I'm seeing what the options everyone else has, I don't think it's that risky to go ahead and use Talisman's Gift, because it's still going to be helpful. And so I get lucky here. The eye goes last. I'm able to use Talisman's Gift, but I did not want Rush's unit to go first. And I'm like, oh god, it's doing discharge, so they're dead, even though I just wasted this Talisman's protection. But there it is. It worked. I didn't realize that protection worked against discharge.
I am warmed by the feet of your wisdom.
Watch and learn.
Not bad.
So now I should be, yeah. So I chose to heal other units here, so they should be helping with the multi-deadlock. A lot of times the game will lull me into, I don't know, like I'm just not paying attention and I forget that, oh yeah, I have to hit buttons for crits. Or like I'll be sitting with the controller in one hand or something, and then all of a sudden it comes up and I go to hit a button, but I don't have enough pressure to like hit the button for real. So I end up just not hitting anything. If we didn't have Roberto's Union, this, I think, would have been an impossible fight for us. But then again, I could have broken them up into 5 units instead of 4. But I wanted a little bit more HP, so I went ahead and made 4 unions instead of 5. I'm hoping that we can kill them. There's a choice on there called finish them off or give it all you got. If you end up killing the enemy before everyone's taking a turn, and you did something like give it all you got or something like that, then the rest of the units that still have a turn can reassess and use heals. So I like to see that a lot whenever enemies are almost dead, because then if I have a low health union, I might be able to get lucky, get the kill, and still heal up without having to break off and just heal or keep my HP up, and just something to think about. I would normally be really scared of something like Silencer, but I saw earlier it doesn't really have the ability to kill a whole union off, so. Yeah, just keep attacking Roberto, that's all I need. See, they're not even half health, they haven't even they've tanked like a whole bunch of unions over there. Yeah, keep doing crap like that. I've only killed one Evil Eye. Yeah, they have to heal. This one I don't really want to hurry and heal them. I would like him to engage, but sometimes the choices you have just aren't good enough. I got lucky there with a block. I don't think it would have killed me, but a lot of times the item arts, like that recovery herb or the restoration herb, those are awesome because they'll a lot of times go first. Like, they're way faster than if someone's trying to cast like restore spell. So you can kind of bank on that, and of course if you're silenced you can still use them to heal. This next round ought to be high power since I have higher HP values here. Since I did a whole bunch of healing. But Roberto's group is starting to get whittled down. I also like to use Refresh and Rejuvenate, which are the kind of medium casting spells, as much as I can, even if it's not like the best time to use it, just because it's good to get those XP uses, because you only get XP when you use certain combat arts, or mystic arts rather. Even combat arts are the same, so using any arts, you're only getting XP towards that. Like, she has Double Strike 2. He just learned Knee Splitter 2 because he's using those skills, and he's using that particular weapon type. Got lucky there. So yeah, like I was saying a minute ago, sometimes I don't choose like on purpose. I won't choose the most optimal like choice in the moment because I might be like, oh, well, that's a really good opportunity to gain XP for those skills, particularly, or something like that. I'm worried at this point because of Roberto. I wanted to have these two eyes killed before his unit was going down, and it's really close here. But after I saw that, I was like, all right, good. Resonance Edge did some hefty damage. So I'm hoping to kill it here. Oh man. And then you start saying blocks and dodges and you're just like, no freaking way. Yeah. 3 dodges and blocks from that one. So I'm like, dang, Roberto's probably gonna get killed this round. But luckily I have some people that can revive KO'd units compared to earlier when we were fighting the giant group for Bravery and Loyalty. So I'm not worried about it. It's actually like a good thing. To get units KO'd, you'll get less battle rank XP. Since I can bring them back, I'm totally cool with it. And I'll get XP towards the revive skill, whichever one I use. Roberto's is doing so much work. Like, if you look at the chains, it's 15. We started with 0, and we've only killed 2 enemies as an entire army. So we've, out of the 15 chains, Roberto's group has killed 13 enemies, and my entire army has killed 2. So I'm kind of looking at like either not going in and letting Roberto's group tank it, but I'm like, he's kind of low on health. I can't go over there and heal him. And if I do like a recovery choice, I'm afraid that they're just not going to join in on the fight and they'll have to close in next round. I would like to heal, but I don't think I have the option to, really. So I go ahead and send everyone in. So that enemy I probably could have just left alone and not attacked, because they'll a lot of times just stand there on standby until you engage with them. But I'm feeling pretty good at this point. I'm not sure why it did Life Spring. I didn't expect that at all. Like, I hit it once for basically nothing, and it did a big ass Life Spring of 20k. I have no idea why it did that. See, and at this point I'm like, I want to heal, but I'm not really... I didn't set myself up to really do it. I never choose defend, but you'll cut your damage in half, I believe, whenever you do it. And so I went ahead and did that just so I can make sure that they have a higher chance of just surviving for a while. That was good. That block was fantastic. Yeah, so natural gas has a chance of just completely destroying me. So I'm taking half damage here. Okay. It wouldn't hit me that hard, really. I would have survived still, I think. And that's what I wanted. I wanted to go over here and heal this guy. Nice. I wasn't paying attention there. I barely was able to hit that. I feel like I'm getting tons of misses and dodges and blocks on their part. Like they're dodging me a lot. Like, I feel like it's more than normal. I've never really thought about what affects that, or if I'm just getting a little bit unlucky in this fight. Yeah, I was like, okay, it's a little bit risky to go for a keep your HP up here, so I can stay engaged and not risk any raid locking or back attacks or whatever. But I went for it, and it paid off.
I'll crush you like a bug. Show me what you've got.
See what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to keep your HP up option here, and they didn't. And so I'm like, oh, gosh. I guess I'll just minimize the damage, but I didn't get the choice. Since they're poisoned, they're going to be taking more damage, and so I need to make sure that they can survive for the next round. They have so much health that I could literally send everyone I have to heal them, and just like I'm so underpowered. Yeah, see, like I want to head back over there because I'm like, I don't need to help these guys here. This thing's almost dead. But I go ahead and get that refresh XP, and I don't want to break deadlock, so I went ahead and just did some attacks there and keep your HP up. I like that one whenever I'm not really in a ton of danger. There you go. The restorative herb goes quick, and I get a good dodge. Nice. Should probably kill him. Yeah. I hit that thing for 76. That's crazy. My weapons are so bad. I haven't done a single farming like run or anything. This is just like I've done the bare minimum of fights to get here.
Oh, another blessing.
Well, I guess I just lied. I didn't do the bare minimum. Y'all definitely saw me get that accidental fight with that Azdaha group earlier in Roberto's first or second quest. I think I got into one on accident in the catacombs or something like that. It was for a quest coming up. I remember which one it was. You'll see it in a little bit. So yeah, we're in the final stretch here. I'm not even remotely worried. I see that Dave over there has the fire, so I'm just like, hell yeah, I can probably shoot it, but then I'm like, wait a minute. This is a good opportunity just to get some extra stat XP and move XP. And you'll see that Nora and Loki are on the Magic Squad, and I still have their options open for their physical attacks, and so they're using them, and it's like, what the heck? Like, you can make them use their magic attacks, like turn off their ability to use Mystic, but I don't intend on using them for the whole game, so I don't really care. So they're more powerful, I think, than what they can do otherwise, so I'll leave it on. Yeah, when you get more than, what, 2 flanks, it turns into a rear assault, and then if you get one more, you get massive strike. It just increases the amount of damage you do. So that's a fight there.
I know I'm good.
Now we're done with Roberto's quest, and then we'll head into the rest in just a moment. So let's see the aftermath cutscenes for this.
I feel stronger than before. Son of a! I need the other one. The other one.
What a glorious day!
I was very surprised here. Nobody requested an item from that entire thing, so it was a bunch of useless stuff. choose the first option. So now we're going to do the 7 quests, which I'll call. We're going to start in Melfina, and in the pub, we'll talk to the White Cassidy. This is where I also got into a fight with something outside of like a low battle rank run. There's a really tough part in the middle where it's near impossible to make it through. It's not impossible, I've done it before, but it's just not worth it to save one fight. Like, you can do it, sure, but it's no big deal. So you will have been in the catacombs previously and gone to the right. We're going to go left here because it was blocked before, but for this quest it opens it up. All of these landworms, whatever those are called, I think they're landworms. No, might be pests. I don't remember. They're a non-issue. You'll be able to dodge them the whole way, no problem. I didn't remember those were there, and I didn't see it over the stairs, and so it dinged. I was like, what is that? I was like, I thought it was going to be a landworm. I saw it was those, and it just about ran into me. I freaking panicked and time shifted. And I always use my map on this quest, but I don't have it for this run. And so I'm running up here, I'm like, crap, is it to the left or the right? And I turn left, I'm like, oh man, dead end. Oh, wait, but it's a treasure chest. But you'll see in the bottom left of the screen it says targeted. Or it says targeted because I time shifted those basilisks earlier, and they're running at me. And so I was like, oh no. But there's a ladder here which will reset. So I'm safe. And I just stood there until my time shift came back because I couldn't guarantee that I'd make it past that thing without needing it. If at all possible, like, I'm trying not to use time shift here because of a part a little bit where you'll see. And I don't want anything targeting me. I want to just normally run by everything as much as possible from this point on. And I'm just double checking for treasures, and this thing's in the way, and I'm like, oh dude, he's running around like crazy. I thought it was going to be worse than that, but we were good. See, like right here, you don't want anything chasing you because you have no chance of outrunning it because you have to walk slow through those. But I'm good to go. I had that ladder earlier that reset it, so we're good to go.
Come on out! Okay, later.
Weapon recipe, I have no idea what it does. Using some sort of customization, but I don't know what. This part, I've made it through here without getting into a fight, and that was a really good. I almost made, like, I have no idea why that thing all of a sudden saw me. Like, it was huge. So I'm like, so I put on the time shift. I'm like, dude, I should just fight it. I should just fight it. This smoke goes forever. And then I let it go too long. I'm like, there it is. Couldn't escape it, but it's just one of them. So went ahead and fought it. I could have reset there, but I was like, man, this area isn't the smallest, and I didn't do a safety save. So I went ahead and just continued. I thought there was another enemy in here that I was going to have to dodge, but once you make it here, you're pretty much good to go. I know that this direction I'm going with the ladder is just for a treasure chest. There's no other reason. I wasn't sure it was in it. I thought maybe it was the map. But no, drops a bunch of stuff that I have no idea what it's for. I heard them ding, so I went ahead and time shifted. I was like, screw that. I'm not going to worry about it. I know there's no enemy down here, so I'm good. But I can hear some buzzing. I'm like, oh wait, is there something flying? But there's nothing. I'm doing a safety save here. I couldn't remember if that's where the boss was or not. Or like if it automatically took me into the boss or not. So I see this open room and I'm like, yeah, that's definitely where it's at. I always thought that was pretty freaky.
Sweet. See that?
Not a difficult fight.
Constantly growing stronger.
Wouldn't worry about it too much. And now just the aftermath cutscenes. Alright, so the next one we're going to head to Elysion, and we're going to go to the pub and talk to the Sylvani. This is going to send us back to the catacombs where we just were. Luckily, we don't have a huge run like we did the last time. This won't take us any time at all. So all of these Albic Cassinis you'll see here, you have to fight at least, I believe it's three in one battle, and that's how you complete this fight, or this quest. Here you go. Now we went to Baluk. And you go into the pub, talk to this gentleman here. He's gonna send you to the Great Sand Sea. Man, any quest in the Great Sand Sea is so bad. You just run forever and ever and ever. So he's sending you here to kill enemies in order to find the blood-soaked sword. There's one enemy, and it's always the same enemy no matter what, that has his blood-soaked sword. So follow the totems or the sticks or whatever to the right side. You can always see the next one if you just run to one. Once you get to the fourth stick, you'll see the green pest or whatever they're called here, land beetle, and he always has the blood-soaked sword. And in Baltarosa, we actually have to do a quest before we can do the one that we need. We have to unlock the Mojado Castle. And in order, see, I ran over here because I was like, oh yeah, I haven't unlocked it yet. So you got to run back here, talk to Paris, and do his quest. I wonder if you can cancel this quest and have it unlocked and then go and do the quest I'm talking about. I bet you can. I bet if you just left there, if you just exited, I bet it'd be fine. You just came and did this quest later. So it would save you a fight if you're trying to really challenge yourself and get low battle rank. I don't know, I haven't tried it, so... These guys, if you just run perpendicular, you can dodge them pretty easily. So as long as you have a little bit of space, you're pretty safe. Those big guys that just dinged on me, some of them can be really quick. So depending, I don't know if they're all the same speed or not, but I've been in places where they just freaking blitzed me and attacked me, and I got into a fight and I super didn't expect it. This fight is incredibly easy, especially with Paris as a guest union. And we got a Godstone, which is important for a quest later on. So there we go. Now we have... This is the quest I was looking for. I don't like this quest. It's... Okay, so... I think I don't like it because I'm doing a low battle rank run. Because you have to dodge so many enemies in tight spaces, and it's just a super long run. I would much rather be able to just fight these things, and I wouldn't mind this quest at all. But we're gonna run to the same place that we just did for Paris. Looks like it's the same set of enemies here as well. I think there's only one Beastman there, so something's different. Because I think the last time there was like two, or... Yeah, I think there was two. Yeah, like that one was really slow. I've gotten dinged on before where they were so fast that... I don't know if you were looking at the map in the top right or not and saw it, but it was... I was outrunning it, I believe. That fight's super easy, no big deal. So pick up the shiny next to her. We'll get the Mojado key, and now we're gonna go on a big ass run. I don't think it was gonna hit me, but I panicked. Hit the time shift. I don't really want to hit time shift in the next area because it's gonna be really tight quarters, and if I have a whole bunch of stuff chasing me, I don't really have a shot of escaping. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of just straight dodges. I don't think I'm used to seeing a raptor here. Those can kind of be sneaky and catch you off guard.
Come on out. Okay, later.
And yeah, I don't have the map for this place. So so I'm like, man, is this the right way? Like, I don't feel confident that I just made the right turn there. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna be running so far. I'm gonna have to backtrack for no reason. But then I see that teleporter, and I'm like, okay, I think this is the right way. I think this is the end here, and I'm like, oh, dude, oh wait, okay. Like, I thought that was like a dead end room, and I said, okay, I chose the wrong place. That was a scary room. There were so many enemies in there that I'm not used to seeing. I think it's normal. Yeah, right there. That was. I think I had to use time shift there, but I don't think the raptors can fit through the doors. So I think it's okay that they're gonna be targeting me. But anyway, that room with all the enemies in it a second ago. I picked up the shiny on the ground. This right here, I thought about pulling him out, but you know, by hitting right trigger and basically starting a fight, but being too far, so he just gets vehement and chases me. I thought about just doing it that way, but I feel pretty confident escaping at this point. Running in wasn't a big deal. There, I thought it was pretty risky to just normal run, and I'm almost out, so I went ahead and just time shifted. And then I remembered this raptor, and I thought it was probably all gonna blow up in my face, but he's facing away, so I'm good to go. Yeah, screw that. It saw me from like a super long way away. I'll just time shift. There's nothing really I have to worry about from here to the end, so I don't care if it's chasing me. Now we just have the aftermath here. Alright, the next one we're gonna head to Royosha, go into the pub. Then we're gonna talk to the girl by the bar. We're gonna be heading out to the Lava Fender to check out on this old man she's talking about. In this quest, I'm also thinking I'm gonna make the wrong turns. because I don't have the map again. Like, the first fight's fine. I'm like, okay, at least I don't have to remember which way to turn here. I just follow where they were. So I fight them, not a hard fight, and continue the way. Now, coming up, I forget all the time which way to go without the map, so as it opens up, you have some options to go left or right.
Come on out.
And I'm thinking it's to the right, but I'm still not sure here, and I'm like, man, this is gonna take forever. But as soon as I go in, I see it's the right choice. It's another fight that's not too bad, and you can run into issues here with the vultures. They are difficult to dodge, especially when they ding onto you. And so I make a wrong turn in a panic, so I time shift, so now they're going to be chasing me forever. And I won't be able to use time shift. And then right as it ends, I see another vulture, and I'm like, oh no. I would have liked to make a safety save there, because who knows if a fight can blow up in your face at any moment. But since I had a bunch of stuff chasing me, I went ahead and just got into a fight here. Wasn't very difficult. It wasn't difficult at all, so then we have the second half to it. Milton is going to be the guy that was holding the sword there, is in the fight as well. He's not a guest union, he's kind of like an independent or something. I don't even know if there's any other quest in the game that does that, where you can attack him, but he's friendly. But you just kill the bandits and you're good to go. And now we head over to Gore. And we're going to talk to the Pink Yama. So the first, you got to find 6 treasures for him. The first one is on your first left, first treasure. If you're ever doing this, that's an easy way to keep track on if you missed any of them, because they're all in order. So you'll see here that that is some information I used to help me. So as I'm running through, I'm trying to remember, oh, there's not one to the left there, so I continue. There actually is one to the left there. I just made the wrong choice. So as I'm running, I'm looking for like the dead ends, because I thought that all the treasures were at the dead ends on the right, and so the one before I thought it wasn't there. So I run in here and I'm like, alright, I don't see a treasure, and I'm like, oh crap, I probably missed one, I don't know. So I pick this one up, I see it's the third treasure, I know I skipped it, so I'm like, oh, okay, so it actually was back there. So I'm gonna run back, pick up the one I missed. I double check here because I'm like, did I just not see it sparkling? And I'm like, oh man, okay. But I think there's usually enemies that spawn in this whole stretch that we just ran through there. And I'm lucky that that Floros had that broken sword icon above it. It means it's not going to attack me, because they can be a little bit difficult to dodge. So there's my second treasure.
Come on out. Okay, later.
These flies aren't difficult to dodge. Even if you just run straight and they catch up to you, as long as you keep moving, they won't ever be able to attack you. Yep, I got lucky there. Well, I didn't get lucky. They were both running at me, and so I thought I could dodge them, but I went ahead and just used the time shift. And as you saw, like there wasn't enough space to go around it, so it was a good point to use time shift. I believe first treasure is to the left here. Yeah, and there's a rare spawn, which I just dodged. Doing some finagling with the dodges there, running over here to get the 5th treasure. Or wait, no, that was the Book of Remembrance. That's for a quest later. So earlier during Roberto's quest, I picked up the Staff of Remembrance from the Disappearing Knights. That was the book for Jorgen.
Come on out. Okay, later.
I don't ever recruit him anyway, so it's not a big deal, but there's the 5th treasure. He's not bad, I just never choose him. He's actually decent. Depending on which one you get, if you're familiar with it. I thought about using the rest of Mr. Diggs' digs here, but I was over it. I'm ready to be done. That is the 7 quests. Next, we're going to go to the rest of them for this disc once we get through the Pink Yama here. So we're gonna head to Gore, into the pub, and we're gonna talk to Blochter and do his quests for the Standoff. We're doing this to get one of the Salias for the final quest of this disc. I don't believe this particular quest disappears after completing the Aqueducts, but you need it for his Salia reward. These fights aren't terrible as far as difficulty goes, but they can be tough at, when you're so weak. They can do merry-go-round and hit a whole bunch of enemies at once. If you just get unlucky, they could just take you all out if they just continue to use merry-go-round like crazy. Surefire can be difficult. Right there, David made his check and didn't die. Surefire can just straight up kill one of your units in a union. And if it's your leader, then they're botched. You can't control them anymore.
Strike at their flank.
I'm glad I'm getting flank attacks and not getting multi-deadlocks. I thought maybe these are all going to be a multi-deadlock thing. So, the fight should be much smoother. Since I have 5 unions, I could have gone, 4 unions for stronger unions, but breaking them down to 5 is super, super helpful. If you're ever in a position where you're like, okay, I have 3 unions of 5 each, so you have like really high HP compared to what you can normally have. like, oh well, things are hitting so hard, I need more HP, let's get more people in the Union. That's, I think, what a lot of people do. What you'll notice sometimes is getting more, yeah, there you go, Pogus just got owned by the Surefire. You'll notice that if you get more Unions with less people, as long as you're able to even survive one hit with your Unions that are deadlocking, the rest of your Unions will flank and raise the morale, as you can see at the top of the screen, ally and enemy morale. The higher that is, I believe the more damage you do and the less you take, and vice versa. If there's more red, so the morales for the enemies, I believe you take more and deal less. I don't know if that's the case, like if it's just how much damage you deal or they deal, I don't know. But you want higher morale, and it'll help your survival. Having more Unions is super, super helpful sometimes. Sometimes you want, you know, more bulky Unions. But people, I think, forget that they can make smaller Unions, and it'll actually help them, even if their HPs are super low. Even if people are getting killed every single round, like if your Unions are getting destroyed because you only have 3 in a Union, that's fine because you're able to keep multiple Unions on standby to revive and heal. So even if you can't survive the, you know, one hit around, it's, see right there, if this Union, let's say, was just on standby to heal, like you'll basically be invincible because they're never going to be targeted by an enemy Union. They can just run around healing non-stop. So unless a Union is able to hit the entire battlefield, like some of the bosses and super bosses, you won't be able to lose. I normally don't care for Nora so much. Like I said earlier, Loki and Nora, I don't know if you've been watching the whole thing start to finish, but I said earlier that Loki and Nora, I left their skills on, their physical skills, because I don't plan on using them in the long run, so whatever, it's fine. But she does so much damage compared to other units, I'm noticing. So it's like, with low battle rank, she's awesome. This is a super easy fight. I thought this one was the easiest of the 3, like by a long shot. I don't know like what's up with it, but these Boon or Bune or whatever,
We shall stop them here.
torpedoes. That can be super dangerous. If that hits more than one unit, then you can get taken out really easily from the laser breath or whatever that thing's called. Skewer can be bad, since it hits a whole bunch of times on one unit.
Here we go.
It has a chance of doing enough HP to take out one unit. So the Union will survive, and one of your units will be killed.
Nothing to do but fight now, is there?
I don't really think I need to heal, and I would rather attack and heal. So as I was switching between them, I saw one of them was not going to engage the unit, or the enemy Union. It was just going to stand by and heal kind of thing. So I went ahead and chose the option to attack and heal, because I didn't feel like I was in any danger of getting anyone dead. So yeah, I see this laser breath coming up, and I intentionally missed that crit because if I would have hit it, Pogus would have been brought to the top of the line for his action, and I wanted his heal to come last. So keep that in mind when you're doing crits. If you put it on auto crits, then you won't be in control of anything. So keep it on manual if you have the ability to. Like, sometimes it's hard because you don't necessarily want to hit the crits sometimes, especially when you want someone to go last and heal. Oh, and Rush's weapon is awesome right now. Like, it was a weapon that I found in the New More Mines, and I went with Emma. Which I show in the video for it. I don't know when it'll come out. But it's for like an entire VR, like a low battle rank run.
Not bad.
And this will be the final fight for this quest. This one can be tough at lower battle ranks. These things have the merry-go-round ability, and they have the ability to do like magics that can be pretty devastating.
We shall stop them here.
2 blocks. I'm telling you, like, I don't know if it's because I'm weak or whatever, but I get so many blocks. I feel like they block me a bunch or dodge. Like merry-go-round, I'm seeing that and I'm like, okay, am I gonna be dead? Is this fight gonna even be possible? And see, it takes out a union that's not even part of the fight at that point. So they can be really, really tough. And I'm seeing that, I'm like, okay, so we landed all of our hits, and it took about that much HP from it. So this could potentially be like a longer battle.
I'll show you what I can.
Flame Breath can be pretty bad. I'm not even remotely surprised that the unit was taken out by that.
Show you what winning really looks like.
Considering restarting at this point, I don't know if if I'm gonna survive. I need to revive 2 units, and not everyone has the ability to do that. So, going to bring a unit back is gonna potentially turn this battle completely around. Like, I'll just lose.
Be careful.
But I'm getting lucky here, getting some dodges. So now, when I bring these guys back, I'm going to get raid locked by the group that I was deadlocked in previously. They're going to chase me down and raid lock me. And if they do merry-go-round or something like that, they could kill that unit and the one I just revived. So I'm just getting super lucky here. I'm going to break deadlock here, probably to bring him back because they're I wanted to do it with this group, but they don't have the ability to revive. So I'm just going to send them in. And we're getting lucky with the items. They go quickly, so we heal first.
Not bad.
If I would have hit that crit, we would have survived. But again, I wasn't paying attention in the moment and panicked and hit it fast. fast.
That's it.
So I'm glad I stuck it out and did the fight because we were able to take out that union of demons. And so at this point it should be no problem.
Looks like we're up against quite the nasties.
I wouldn't be able to bring back, or like I wouldn't be able to revive with some of the unions there. In the battlefield preview, you probably could have seen like the orientation of the enemy unions compared to my unions, so it would have been risky to send certain wounds because they would have been caught in interference, perhaps. So I had to choose a particular union that round to revive.
Steady there.
I don't really want to choose turning around. I feel like I'm going to get killed, but whatever, no big deal. I think that, like, see right there, I'm probably going to get really murdered, but it doesn't hit David's unit.
Better now?
I really don't want to see Mega around. Like, it's the last thing I want to see in any of these. There we go. And I'm just getting a little lucky. Sometimes that's all that you need. And 2 merry-go-rounds, I'm screwed. See, like, that's what I was saying. I didn't want to choose give it all you got or turn it around or whatever because they were going to get killed. And if I didn't get killed on that first merry-go-round, it would have taken out 2 unions. You'll see that Torgal just had, like, or I don't know if it was Torgal. It wasn't. There was a union that had, like, 15 health or something. They would have been taken out if that second merry-go-round would have gone off. And I chose to revive with a union that was deadlocked currently, because every deadlocked unit will go first before a union that is not deadlocked. And so I felt like, well, sometimes if you try to do something with a union that is not deadlocked, and let's say that like a demon did merry-go-round, they have potential of killing that union before they've gone and done anything, like right there, to do the revive. So they could potentially die before they even get a chance because they're guaranteed to go after everyone that's been deadlocked. Torgal's union's probably dead. Yeah. And they're just gonna do merry-go-round non-stop. Like, this fight's not over. If you send everyone in to attack, you have the potential of getting completely killed in this fight. unless you have people on heals and reviving, like, you're risking this fight big time because it'll just continue to choose merry-go-round, and so people just get killed. Or, like, every union has the potential of getting killed in one round, even though you're fighting a single demon. So I'm looking here at just going, just deadlocking. Wow, so 2 unions were killed there. I was considering at that point to just deadlock 3, get 2 flanks, but you'll notice that the enemy didn't have an action here. If an enemy kills an entire union, then the very next deadlock in that round, the enemy will do nothing. So everything that deadlocks after that, it will have abilities. But see, I got lucky there that one of them didn't get hit, and I'm like, okay, this fight's for sure over. So it's all falling apart. I have to get lucky here. Like, this group doesn't have the ability to revive. I got Gao, which is the big Yama, the big sword. I got him on the group because he has something called Hartshorn, which is a revive skill. But I don't have the ability to buy the materials needed to use it. So I learned about that here. I realized it.
Not bad.
So after all that, the only group that gets XP is Turtle Squad, but it's not a big deal. And we got the Taxalia, which is for the last quest of this disc, and that is the Standoff. This next quest does not expire after completing Aqueducts, but you get one of the Salia items that we're using for the final quest of this set of quests that you have to have before completing Aqueducts. This is a pretty tough quest. The boss fight of it is really, really difficult, for, depending on how you approach it. So you won't have to worry about it, but I crashed so many times after this final fight, and what would happen is I would do the whole fight, complete it, see all my stat gains, and then when it was doing the cutscene afterward, it would just crash. So I'd have to redo the fight over and over and over. I forgot which way to go here, so I'm winging it. I'm like, I think I chose the wrong way a second ago, but I'm just going with it. And this right here, I'm like, okay, there it is. That's the fire I'm looking for. And I'm like, wait a minute. That's not what I expected to see. I thought that was going to be the end there. And so as I turn to maybe look down the other way, I do see what I'm looking for. So I got lucky. So this fight can be really tough. I do recommend having more unions, because if you see the morale bar at the top, it starts off really low, and this dragon will,
We shall stop them here.
well, it has the ability to do an ability at the end of a round, and depending on where the morale sits determines what it does. So if you have really high morale, it will do Desperate Wail, which will just lower the morale bar. But if your morale is low, it will do a breath attack and just do an assload of damage to everybody. Everyone that it hits. So you really, really want to flank as much as possible to get that morale bar high. On a low battle rank run, you're not going to have the option to do skills that affect morale. You haven't learned them yet. They're not available to you. And so you want to get as much flanking as possible. And also hitting your crits will raise the morale bar as well. As you can see there, it ticked up barely.
I know size isn't everything, but
I love seeing strike from the sides. It just guarantees a flank in case someone gets killed. And keep your HP up will keep your union's HP up, but also it'll heal everyone that's deadlocked. If they have the ability to do it, or like if a different union needs it. Wow, that almost killed him. Okay, Blaster. This could be one of the worst skills in the whole game. It does random damage. I believe it's like between 50 and 200% of a unit's health. Now here's the thing. Like, I have a different run before this one where I spend a lot of time farming and they're really powerful. A lot of the end game units will use Blaster, and I'm telling you, it's like 95% chance that it'll just kill off a union. And so it's like one of the most hated skills that I've ever seen. It's one of my most hated skills. Like, I hate seeing it because you can't defend against him. It's just random, and it does a bunch of freaking status effects on you. But you'll notice here in this fight, Blaster is cast a lot. Like, the morale bar there was high enough so it did Desperate Wail. That's what I want. Anyway, you'll notice here that Blaster, like, I don't think it kills a single union this entire fight. And there's no way that that's because I'm lucky. Like, it for the most part does like very little. I think this fight is the one I'm talking about, where Blaster was doing like nothing. Like, even its just regular normal attack is doing 800 damage to my units. If it wasn't for Missables and Maddox in their own group doing like 3k damage a turn, I'd have been in trouble. Because so many dodges and blocks, dude, I'm telling you. Attacking and healing at the same time is a good choice for this battle, I believe. That and strike from the sides. But it's just a chip away fight here. So yeah, in a low battle rank run, you're gonna have a lot of money problems. You won't be able to kill enemies, like farm them, because you're trying to keep your battle rank low, which is one of the main ways of getting money. So you're gonna be doing lots and lots of digging. for rough Oberon stones or whatever stone you go farm.
Check this out, huh?
How dare you!
I'm generally okay with KOs, just to keep my battle XP lower, but if you're not having a ton of them, it's not really going to affect much. And you know, it allows you to get the XP gain for using the skill.
Watch and learn.
Not bad.
So the morale is not high enough, I think, to get Desperate Whale, so this round it'll get high enough for it. But this dragon will also, once it's a certain HP threshold, it'll just do the breath attack no matter what the morale bar is. So I'm hoping that at that point, whenever it happens, that not everyone gets hit by it and gets murdered.
Put it together!
Well, what?
Watch and learn.
Yeah, so when you get a dead unit, right there, see Dark Breath. When you get a dead unit, it also sucks because you're like, I need those flanks to keep that morale high, and now I'm going to be going to revive a unit, so I'm not going to be getting any flanks this round. So I'm worried at this point that the battle's going to slip away even though it's in low health. Because I still have to revive a unit, I need to survive, and it could be the next, or I guess it won't be the next round, it's just a Dark Breath, but I need the morale to be high enough so that it doesn't do Dark Breath. And I need Blaster to keep doing crappy damage, just like that. Like, Blaster can totally ruin a fight for you if you're unlucky.
You're a lifesaver.
So now I'm feeling pretty good. It should be fine, just as long as the end of this round is a nothing from the
Be more
dragon.
careful from now.
But you see my morale is less than half, so I didn't gain any back, and so I really need a good round here. I don't want to do Recover with Mystic Arts or anything that doesn't deadlock the unit, 'cause, again, I'm trying to get flanks as much as possible.
Oh!
Yeah, if you know about something I don't about Blaster, because like I said, I thought it did like a random number of like percentage of damage. Like if it's something other than that, then let me know. But I got incredibly lucky this battle, if that's the case. I got the lucky, or not lucky, but the morale was high enough for it to do Desperate Whale, which is good. That's risky to go for Hang In There, because they could just be taken out before they get a chance, but luckily one of the other unions that was deadlocked went first, healed them up. And I don't mind a lot of times these fights that are just chipping away at a big ass health pool, mainly because like 81, like that's nothing. Like what the heck? But anyway, it gives me the ability to use my healing arts a whole bunch to try to level those up.
I must surpass my mother. I shall use
Little by
this for
little,
the people of
I'm
Athlum.
becoming stronger.
But yeah, if you are getting a lot of crashes in the game, it was about at this point in the game that I found a fix, and it's not one that it's super easy too. I haven't had any crashes ever since I did this, and it's nothing that I read online. So anything that you read, like if you ever have to research it because you're getting a lot of crashes, it's a different thing that I did, and I think it'll work for everybody. So just let me know if you are experiencing lots of crashes. So we get the Mandarin Salia, and now we're gonna head out to Balak and into the pub, and we're gonna talk to Lashaw here. This is gonna be a tough battle. I think that it'll be kind of a difficulty spike for a lot of people, similar to that dragon fight. If you're not familiar with the morale bar on that dragon in the Rainbow Bond, you'll just get Dark Breath like crazy, and you're just like, what the hell? So the first round, anyone that engages with Validus or whatever, anyone that engages is gonna has potential of getting cursed. So that's all it does on round one. Pretty lucky. Everyone resisted. If a single person doesn't resist, the entire union gets cursed. So that's why I have people on standby. I'm not engaging with every single one. I engaged with one of my unions, even though Lashaw was going to engage, because I didn't want to risk Validus attacking one of my unions and reaching me before Lashaw got it.
Alright, bring it on!
And I don't know if it's because the first time that I've used Darien in a while, but I don't remember hearing him say I know sizes and everything, but I don't remember that at all. Maybe he's always said it. Just okay. See, look, a single Dispirit will kill an entire union here. This is a super powerful, like, difficulty spike. A regular attack doing 1400 damage. The thing is, Validus can do like a different breath attack compared to the dragon, where it jumps in the air and drops a bunch of breath on you. It can hit multiple unions. It's super dangerous. I'm just glad it doesn't do Dust Devil, which, like, Wyverns do it a lot, and Vultures. Gandiva is probably the best case scenario.
I owe you
Like,
one.
that's what I want it to do more than anything. But for instance, during the Standoff quest line, if you were watching that before, I mentioned how, like, if you have a lot of unions, you basically can't lose because you can keep 2 on standby to heal while the others deadlock any unions that are on the field. It's not really the case here because Validus can hit every single union every time that it gets a turn. So, like, everything that's deadlocking with it is going to give Validus gets like 3 attacks around because I'm going to deadlock 3 unions with it. So Acid Breath is coming. This is what I'm talking about. This has a chance to hit a freaking buttload of people. But it just hits Lashaw there and he actually survives. So that's good because he stays deadlocked. So hopefully, yeah, so then the union just pieces right over there and heals him up. Just not really, I guess it was fine. And like, you'll notice its wings and stuff are like in the screen. It makes hitting crits really strange. Like, it's difficult to hit them sometimes. Because it's just kind of jarring seeing its wings like that. So this next round should be pretty good. Everyone's pretty decently healed. But I don't want to get too comfortable, so like on the battlefield in the top right little map there, anyone that's not deadlocked with a circle around them, I don't just want to send everyone in. I've also, like, I even put stay on your toes because they didn't get the choices to be like a standby healer, and I don't just want to send them in for no reason. Because if Validus does like Acid Breath 3 times, it has a chance of just killing everybody. So I went ahead and played it safe, and since I couldn't heal, just made them stay on their toes and just, you know, throw their turn away. So Gandiva, that is what I want to see. I don't really want to do offensive support. It's not something that's valuable, so I'd rather just keep them safe than engage the enemy. So yeah, you'll notice the frame rate is terrible a lot of times. This is the only game that does that. It's something strange. I don't know what's up with it, but frame rates will just get absolutely killed. Well, obviously it's not the only game that I get frame rate drops, but like the only one that I've ever recorded in that is just a super headache to get good recordings. You'll know, like, I don't know if you've seen the rest of this video, but like in the other quests, I'll have, like, I had to do super volume change, well not volume, but I had to do an EQ to mess with all the hertz because there was like a crackling sound. I don't get crackling sounds in anything else, just this particular game. It's some sort of audio issue or bug. I don't know, but something about the Last Remnant specifically is tough. Nice. Neo dodged it. So it only hit Shaw. Nice. That's what I want to see can do it for as well, since it's only a single unit.
I'll show you what I
They have a chance of dodging it. Well, I guess even if it hits a whole unit, they can dodge it, as we saw. Neo just dodged breath, but I don't know. I'd rather just aim at one. To be honest, whenever I was running into this battle, just from previous experiences, I was like, this is going to be an impossible fight. The same thing with the Ancient Dragon and Rainbow Bond. I was like, this is going to be so hard. It's going to take so many tries. But both times I did it, I was able to get lucky and do it on the first try. I think it's on the first try here. I mean, it's looking good, but now he's doing White Breath. And look at that. Luck Central.
Thank you.
Yep, I love seeing a strike from the sides. I almost just sent everyone in like a blitz, but you saw me kind of think about it for a second there, and I went just started to heal him. Which is lucky, you can see that. LaShaw went first, and the breath hit a whole bunch of people. So now if it was doing a breath attack here, the fight could just be done and over. That is the risk of these fights. So it's like, when you're having difficulty on a fight, luck could seriously just be the complete turning point. The enemy could just continuously do the attacks that are not a big deal, or it can continuously do the attacks that are a big deal. But keeping someone on standby to heal and stuff like that is, you know, it takes the luck out of it, because you're playing smart and you're making the right decisions. There we go, and I think everyone's alive, so they all got XP. And now LaShaw's got to catch his breath, and we're going to head back. I love LaShaw, and I went straight to the guild and recruited him. He's a great caster, depending on what you're going for. Next quest, we're going to be doing the Ancient War. So we head to Baltarosa, you go to the pub, talk to the messenger, they'll send you here, and then you'll go to the throne room and get this quest started. This can be a tough fight because of the dragon there, and what I'm looking for here, and I didn't run into this very often the entire playthrough. This is the first fight that I actually did not have a choice but to split the groups up. You'll see that as I'm looking around, I'm going back and forth on what people can do. Half of the unions can close in on one side of the battlefield, and the other unions can close in on the other side, and they can't go the other direction. So I actually have to split them up here. I've never run into that before. I don't know if that's always been a thing, but yeah, I wanted to keep them all together. I prefer that in battles like this, so they can help each other out. But I go ahead and split them up, and I'm hoping that I do enough damage that the unions can survive on their own.
Don't underestimate them.
And I'm feeling pretty good at this point. We just almost took out an entire union, and we would have if one of the units didn't hit for like 50 damage. But that's the kicker with low battle rank runs. You're gonna have really bad weapons. Hate to see it. Boom, 595 damage. The dragon is just going to stick back there until I engage it, so I'm not worried too much.
Come on, let's bust some heads.
Turn around. That's a great option whenever something's about to die, because when they get the final hit, as long as you have more units that have the opportunity to have an action, they can reassess to heals. So you'll kill the unit and heal up. It's a great thing to keep in mind. So don't choose like the combat art option or anything like that. Just go for the turned around if something's about to die. But if you don't kill it, everyone will just try to attack. They will not reassess to heal. So if you're low health and you're going for a risky play, you could have survived if you'd have done the keep your HP up option, but going for turn around can be risky sometimes. Just something to keep in mind.
Stand your ground.
And I thought these vultures, these Omicrons, were going to be much more of a pain, but their health is going down pretty quick. Look at the morale, it's completely zero. Nice. Darian's the champion. He is so good for low battle rank runs. He's got a good weapon. Just recruited with a good weapon, and he's super easy to get, so he has a bunch of heals. Huge carry for a low battle rank run.
And a crushing blow.
At this point, I'm looking to try to get all my units together, but they still have to take out their own sides. You see there with the reassess to a heal.
Try again tomorrow.
Attack from afar won't do hardly any damage. I think I left Mystic Missile on Rush instead of turning it off. That allows him to attack from a distance if I want, but I'm not making him a Mystic Arts user this run. But yeah, Mystic Missile. But I accidentally left it on, so whatever. 600 damage. Yeah, a lot of times in the low battle rank runs, I won't really mess with turning off arts for people unless they are a physical art user, like a combat art user. Like I'll turn off the wielding styles that I don't want them to use or something like that, but if they have both mystic and combat arts, I'll just, for the most part, leave them on. Here, I sent them in as a shield. I didn't want to worry about dying until the vulture's dead, because I wasn't sure how hard the dragon was going to hit for. And now I believe the dragon has the opportunity of doing breath attacks at the end of the round if my morale isn't high enough. So I'm kind of worried about it, that I'm going to get breath to death.
Here we go!
Yeah, so I played it extra safe there for that turn, and now I can probably turn up the heat a bit because everyone's going to be rushing in. Here's the thing. 3 people are going to deadlock the dragon before I can flank. So having only 4 unions this run is potentially a tough thing because we need the morale to be as high as possible. And that's how I'm going to be gaining most of the morale, is from defeating the previous unions and from flanking. So I want to keep that morale high. Ex Machina, I don't normally do that because I forego XP gains for the rest of the union for that round. And I thought I was going to do more than 2100 damage. Like, that was garbage. That was so bad. So I will most likely not even look at that if that becomes an option again. I don't want to do give it all you got. I feel like any second here I'm going to get mowed down by some breath attacks. So I'm playing super safe here. I feel confident enough to do give it all you got with a couple of them, but I didn't want to just send in everything. And I got lucky, as you saw. That almost took that union out with just a single attack. Deathly Fang can just immediately kill any unit. It has the ability to do insta-kill as like a hidden stat or whatever. And so it's every time that it does it, it's pretty risky. You have a chance of just losing a unit. Not a whole union, but that specific unit that it hit.
And here you are.
Life Powder is... Man, I'm on the fence about it. Life Powder heals for low damage, but it heals every single unit in the union. So having that as an option for your unit to use, sometimes they'll run up to... I'll get back to that. You saw that dodge there. Anytime they use like Omni Strike, where it's a special like art, all of your units will dodge until Omni Strike goes off. It's a really good way to do damage and keep your survivability up. And you'll see in the bottom left there, any squad has a purple dot and then 2 blue dots. That purple dot, that unit has taken enough damage to get groggy, and the purple just means that they have a status of some sort, I believe. And so that unit was groggy. Any hit that it took after that would have killed that unit. And so you saw that whenever someone came up and healed, they healed them, and now the dot is not purple. This is one of the few battles where the boss is not question mark HP. Yeah, see, Torgal just took 1100 damage and got killed. He just bypassed the whole groggy state because he got freaking destroyed. He took a ton of damage compared to how much damage. Like, I believe it's something like if a unit takes like double the amount of HP that they have, they can go groggy or get killed. There's some sort of thresholds. It's, I don't remember exactly the top of my head. Yeah, see, my morale wasn't high enough. Now it's just going to do Vulcan breaths at certain, like at the end of some rounds. So I want to keep that high, but with only 4 units, or 4 unions, it's going to be hard to keep that morale high. So now I'm kind of worried a little bit. So that's why I went defend. So I'm not going to be able to get a ton of heals this round. Oh my goodness. I would like to see some strike from the sides, as well as, yeah, like right there, strike from the sides. But I see that this give all you got's like 74 AP. I'm like, oh hell yeah, I'm gonna do a bunch of damage. I'm gonna go ahead and go for that. Keep your HP up. Good to do. Like anyone that's doing keep your HP up will heal themselves and the other unions deadlocked. So I'm okay with chip damage. Could also heal the other unions like that. And you saw how Pogus just, after he did restore, he kind of exploded with a little aura. That's a notification that he just got a chance to level up his ability. So at the end of the battle, it'll say that he either gained a new spell or upgraded a spell or something, but it's just a chance. It's not guaranteed. That's a good thing to look out for when people are doing, especially Mystic Arts. You'll see that throughout battle and know that they have a chance of upgrading that skill or art. Like right there, I'm thinking so hard. Yeah, I'm looking at the morale bar, and I'm like, okay, I need to get some flanks, but I also want a healer. So I'm trying to make good decisions here because I want to keep the damage up, because as you see the HP of the dragon or the Mantra Skylo, it's a long battle. Nice block, Nora. Right there, I got complacent. I wasn't paying attention to the crits. I'm looking at so many other things that I just forget.
Watch this.
So yeah, another person got groggy. Luckily they didn't just get taken out. And the heals come in. Oh, right. Life powder. You see how it healed every unit for 200? Sometimes you'll get a unit on your team that's just like a single unit, like the Cyclops or whatever, like your summons, that have a big HP pool but a single unit, and your team will go up to heal it and just freaking life powder for 200, which is a huge waste. 20 damage. Come on, dude. I'm telling you. Yeah, you just heard that? It went whoosh. That was the aura showing the potential upgrade. Neo has a decent weapon, and so his defenses are higher, so I actually put him as like the front of the formation. That is another thing to think of sometimes. You want your higher defense people, whenever you're making your formations, to be like at the front, because they have a higher chance of getting targeted. I believe. I'm pretty sure that's how it works, and so he's going to be taking most of the hits whenever a union gets targeted. Look at that. 2 unions in 1 attack. I'm telling you. The fight's not over. And look, I don't have any... Neither one of these unions had a bring him back option. Either I ran out of items. I don't think I ran... I might have run out of items, but they didn't have the option to bring them back. And so I'm pretty sure I have to finish the fight now with these 2 unions, if I'm not mistaken. Because Blockter hasn't learned revives. Let's see. Like Darian can in Rush's group, but he didn't have the option. Yeah, 100%. I definitely ran out of the items. I used too many and didn't restock before this fight. So the 2 unions that are dead aren't going to gain any of their stat XPs this battle, since they're going to end the fight dead. But luckily the dragon's almost dead and I can go ahead and kill it. And I'm like, okay, Omni Strike, that's good. Get that dodge in, so I'm pretty good this round. Since my dudes will dodge every attack up until he Omni Strikes. And there's the Ancient War. And we did that one for... I thought we did it for Asalia. Oh, no. We did the Ancient War because it disappears when you complete the Aqueducts. So now we have 2 quests left. One is called Into the Abyss. So you go to Royosha, you go to the pub, you talk to the messenger, and you go to the throne room. He'll send you here. I just ran through that door. You will have gotten a key to run through this way. I'm just showing you the way because I guess I deleted it, the footage for it. So I'm just showing you the route to take. Because all you're gonna do is run up here, talk to an NPC, and then you're done. Doesn't matter if anything's following you here. You're gonna see a white light here on the ground. I'm kind of running around it. There's gonna be a white light. You go and touch it, and then you talk to an NPC, and then she's like, "Hey, go get all these Salias," which is what we've been farming. We did all these quests to get Salias, and then we go back to the pub, talk to the messenger, come back to the throne room. He just automatically sends you here, and then she tells you about Vespalia, and then make some items out of the Salias that you've gained, which are these 3, and then gives you the option to equip them, which I go ahead and just equip the sword onto Rush. I also give Rush's sword to David, and we go into this fight. This fight can be really, really tough. Let's see here. I consider giving him some other stuff. Like the Greaves of Growling or whatever aren't a big deal. Let's see how many unions I have. I remember that I had some trouble with this fight. This fight can be really, really, really hard. This is the last one that you have to do before leaving the Aqueducts. Okay, I have 5 unions. Okay, so if you come into this, you want like I'm telling you, you want 5 unions. You want to keep people on heals because this, because Vespalia can do grenade impact, which is like the highest invocation mystic art that you can cast. It'll straight up kill an entire union every single time. Like right here, grenade impact. I have no chance of surviving that. If it casts it, that union is straight dead. Also, most of these bird, like Spirit Lord style enemies, every single, just like in Frustrations where we went and fought, what the heck was its name, Vidalis or whatever? Validus, right. the first round it always does curse. This enemy does not do a first round curse, so you can just send all your unions in. I got unlucky to get 2 grenade impacts there, but I got lucky in the fact that this unit or union ran and revived them rather than just going to like wait to restore someone or skip their turn or whatever. They won't always run over to revive, I don't believe. Now, perhaps this bird always does grenade impact first round, just like the other ones do curse. This one might just do grenade impact. So potentially just send in a single union. But starting off with 2 dead unions, I almost was just like, you know what, let's restart this. This wasn't my first run. I did this with like 4 unions. I tried to get people high HPs. And grenade impact straight up just killed anyone no matter what, so I did a whole bunch of tries, and this, like, once I went to 5 unions, it looks like I'm struggling super hard, but I'm able to keep everyone revived and stuff, and it's not doing attacks that are hitting multiple unions. It's basically only attacking a single union at a time. So if I stand on my toes, let's say, like stay on your toes with everyone but 1 union, only a single union has a chance of dying that round. So it's not really too bad of a fight. It's a slog. It could take a while, but it's not as dangerous as it seems. And right here, it doesn't. Vespalia does not do any action there because it killed the union prior. So now, if they would have attacked Vespalia, they would have gotten attacked back. So you could always send in 2 unions per round if you want, and if one of them dies, the next one is free to just do whatever it wants. So this is just going to be a long battle, a lot of healing, a lot of reviving, because Vespalia hits so hard. So I'm really just trying to determine each round, like, which unions am I going to send in? I know that Rush's union has revive. David's union cannot revive people, I don't think. I don't think that he learned revives yet. I think David's the only one that can in that one. This union cannot revive. Gao has Heartshorn. I mentioned this before, we're watching all the way through, but Gao has the ability to, but I can't buy the items required to use it, so he actually cannot revive anybody. And that is the main reason why I have, oh, wait, is that Sandy, or maybe that's Faye? I think it's Faye. In Emmy's group, the one that's using the 2 tomahawks, she can revive. So it looks like Rush's union and Emmy's union are the only ones that can revive. So right here, it's risky to a point, because my revive union, that's why they were on standby or healing or whatever. So now oh wait, Neo's group, because Neo can revive on the 5th one there. So yeah, I have 3 unions that can revive if I need to. So here I'm like, do I want to engage? I'm like, yeah, it's fine. As long as I have 1 union that can revive, I'm good to go. As long as there's another union alive that can deadlock Vespalia. And I also messed around with formations here. When you're fighting a single union, like a boss fight like this, the speed doesn't matter so much. So one of my favorite ones to use is Bat Wings. But it makes your union slow as hell, so you won't be able to get a lot of interferences, and you won't be able to really choose your unit. Well, like, who your union chooses to attack. You won't be able to make great decisions because they're so slow on the battlefield. When you are fighting lots of unions. So Batwings is a bit tough there, but when you're fighting a single union like this, Batwings is great. I'm not using bat wings with anyone, I don't think, here. But it's just something to think about. Looks like they're all in like Arrow of Athlum. I don't remember if I unlocked bat wings yet or not. I can't remember where you get it. Actually, I think you get it from Wisdom's Echo, which I don't think I've done yet. Pretty sure. Oh no! So he just did Gandiva and took out my reviver for that union.
Smash him from the sides!
And when a single unit goes down in a union like that, you can still revive them, but it's less of a chance for that option to pop up. Like right here, you'll see hurry and heal them. I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, is that going to allow me to revive? So I switch over to, as you see, like on the left side how sometimes it switches back and forth to show their HPs or what they're gonna, or what their actions are. So I can see if one of their actions was like Vivification Herb or whatever. And so I'm hoping that one of these choices is to revive.
We shall stop them here!
So this should be no action for Vespalia, right? Because he killed a union prior. So as you saw, like even though someone else had a turn between getting the union getting killed, since they didn't deadlock, another one? Oh yeah, because they struck from the side. Actually, I might have been wrong earlier. I don't remember what I was seeing about the unit going down or whatever. They look the same. The units, I think, look the same, so. And right there, I got complacent. I wasn't paying attention to the crits, and so I just missed one. Like, I panicked and I hit it super fast, so I missed it. So yeah, I saw it clear their ailments, which will pop up if like a unit, like a single unit dies in a union, for you to run up and do Vivification. So whenever I saw that, I was like, wait, was there a dead unit? So I looked at it real quick, saw that it was refreshed, so someone just has like burn or something. So I went ahead and skipped it. And a lot of times I'll just choose Strike from the Sides even if it's for like weak damage, because it'll still flank and raise the morale bar without having to deadlock lots of units. So yeah, you saw that the previous union flanked because they were striking from the side, and whenever this unit engaged, they deadlocked. Some of you eagle-eyed people might notice I have Violet in the battle, and you have to do a quest to get her, but it is absolutely not required. Her quest does not disappear before leaving the Aqueducts. I did it. So there was a couple battles you have to do. So she has 2 quests in order to unlock her, and both of them have like 1 battle required. So for a low battle rank run, you won't have Violet. It's not a big deal, she's not that good, but it's just one of those quests that I do. I decided to, it's not a big deal.
Get ready for the best move you will ever see!
You hear that crackle? I don't know why that happens sometimes. I can't hear it while regularly playing. It's only on the recording.
What are you doing? Sweet.
Excellent.
So luckily the battle's over. So the crackling, I think it's about to pop in for a long period of time. But since the battle's over, it fixes itself. We get the Pivasalia, which you only get if you've gotten all the other Salias leading up to this. And those are all the quests that you have to do before Nest of Eagles and before leaving Aqueducts, which is considered Disc 1 on the Xbox 360 where you had multiple discs. That's what that means. On the PC version, you don't have discs, but after you leave the Aqueducts, these quests will disappear, except for the ones that were specifically for Salias. So use that for your references, and that's all you need to know. Y'all have a good day, and we'll see you next time.